the person who does that first will be the winner.
Previously on Come Deal With Me.
This system of how to find deals, yes?
Yes! Once I've achieved a figure of about 5,000 a month, my plan is to quit work, get tickets, travel around the world, see different parts of the world. I want to go to Peru and do the Inca Trail.
So phase 3, Come Deal With Me, Kelly and Byron, congratulations. Woo! Well done.
The remaining of the fees.
Which is?
So we've got...
I was scared of him. The next part is we're going to help them more, we're going to give them more guidance so they get their finance in place, so they're not using any of their own money, and then it's a race for them to exchange and complete, and the person who does that first will be the winner.
For most, the thought of having multiple properties that provide a regular passive income is no more than a dream. The possibility of being able to buy, renovate and sell properties at a profit, or to be able to keep them and enjoy a regular rental income is seemingly impossible. But that's exactly what Mark Harvey and Trisha Pegg have achieved in less than 4 years. They built a property portfolio worth more than £8 million, freeing them to enjoy their lives today, not having to look forward to their retirement. After first believing that this was possible, and after developing a system that they have found works, Mark and Trisha now teach each other how they can transform their lives too. But now Mark and Trisha have gone one step further. They decided to launch a competition where the winner would be able to learn from them how to invest successfully in property. But the winners are not allowed to use any of their own money to launch their property career. To the winner of this unique competition, the invitation is simple. Work with us, learn from us, and profit from us. Come deal with me.
Unfortunate, there's only so many slots available. It's very, very hard for us. It's really not what we want to have to do, and as you can probably imagine, it's been a really tough process. We've really got to know you all. We want people to continue to get those deals completed, keep moving forward, because whatever you learn through this process, you can go do it anyway, right? Yeah. So we have to get the deals completed as soon as possible. Do you understand?
Yes.
As soon as possible, and raising investor finance.
So, it's been a hard decision, and unfortunately for you guys, you're gonna need to make sure that you can keep recording videos and posting them in. It's you guys to win!
Now with the candidates for the final round declared, let's have a quick overview. Michael, he already has experience with properties, and now he's trying to refresh his ambitions in the property investing with a 7-bed HMO for students in Derby. The former teacher Ray, and meanwhile part-time electrician Justin, already focus more intensively on their property journey. Their project is a 7-bed HMO in Burton-on-Trent. Steve currently has 2 projects, but for his competition, his main project is a 7-bed HMO in Birkenhead near Liverpool. Watch out for the monster. At least, that's what he calls it. Phil has 4 accepted offers, of which he gave 2 to other candidates. His actual project is the conversion of a 5-bed Victorian house to an 8 to 9-bed HNO in Kettering. The couple Kelly and Byron have a 6-bed HMO in Liverpool. Well, that's what their current project is. More about this later.
Hey guys, so Mark and Trisha, and we are now in the final stages of Come Deal With Me. It's really exciting, and we're now at the first one of the finalists, Stevie G.
I found this monster deal. I've called it the Monster. It's a big,
I love that.
big detached house in Birkenhead in Liverpool.
It's doing really well, right?
Yeah, no, I think it's doing good. It's a beast of a property.
The monster.
So I'm looking forward to go have a look inside and see how well he's been following the process and the strategy, and how close he is to getting exchanged and complete. So I don't think it's that far away.
No, and I think he's had some challenges, so we want to find out how he's been dealing with that and if he's overcome the challenges and what's going on. Because I think he was actually closer to like exchanging and completing, but something's happened where he's not quite there yet. However, there is a sold sign outside, which means that we are close in the process. So why don't we go inside and find out what this beast is, if it really is a monster, and what's happening and how close he is.
15k, but I think it's now going to be 15k, 13, 14, something like that. There's money in there.
There's money. Oh, Steve, this is the monster.
This is the monster.
I'm excited to see it.
Do you know what? I'm walking in here. It's absolutely freezing cold. It looks like the agent's been trying to make the place smell nice with all the incense sticks. There's a bit of mould here, so I think already you're onto a bit of a winner.
Absolutely. Roses in the ceiling with multicoloured paint.
Yeah, but this is the way you want it to be. You want it to be like run down as much as possible. I mean, it's not in bad nick. It's not like totally falling to pieces like some of the stuff we've worked on before. But tell us, what's the process been like so far?
It's been fun. It's been exciting. A little bit stressful at times.
Why stressful? What's been going on?
Well, obviously we're raising finance because we're not going to use any of our own money. So trying to get people to kind of buy into what we're doing. Originally, because I haven't done properties before, like I lack credibility from an outside point of view. And then I bought a house in Bedford Road with my joint venture partners, and I did a Facebook Live of walking around there, and then all these people were saying, wow, that looks really interesting, can I invest in that property? I'm like, well, that property's actually funded, but I've got this other one around the corner. So I've got an overseas investor who's sending money.
And it's a race.
Yeah.
I have to complete quickly.
So you've managed to raise all the money.
Yes.
Yeah. So to raise the money, you obviously know what you're going to have to do with this place. So what is it that?
Well, how did you raise the money? Like, how did you raise the money? Like, how? So you didn't have any investors. You then started to speak to people from doing that live.
Yeah.
Like, how have you funded it?
So it started off. I'm joint venturing with my friends Alex and Sophie and Tom and Maribel. Alex he's secured some investor finance for the deal. I've secured some investor finance from overseas from my friend Andrew. So I used to go out with his sister like years ago, and then I met him. So I met him. Like, he's a younger brother of a girl called Helen I used to go out with. So he's invested in property anyway, but he lives in Hong Kong. So he's got a couple of plan flats, and we've spoke about property a while back. Then when he saw my Facebook Live walking around Bedford Road, he just sent this message going, holy basically, that looks amazing, can I get involved? So we've had a couple of conversations, a couple of hours long each time, and now he's investing some finance. My mum's putting some money in as well.
So you're just following the process.
Just following the process.
You're following the process, and because I think sometimes people are thinking, oh yeah, but that's not the case for you, and that's not the case for me. And I think you're in the same position as well in the beginning, right? Thinking, who's got to do it? I don't have any credibility.
Exactly, yeah. So I was really nervous, and I don't want to be putting sort of Facebook posts that sound like I'm kind of begging for money. So
no, that's not the process. You don't need to do that.
So I'm kind of trying to pique people's interest with showing them amazing deals that I'm doing.
Of course, that's what it is. Adding value to people. So what is it you're going to do with this place?
Right, so this is going to be turned into a 7-bed HMO. 3 of the rooms are going to be studios. So all of them are going to have ensuite bathrooms, and 3 of them are going to have kitchenettes in them as well.
Awesome.
And we've applied for planning permission for up to 10 people. So some of the rooms with double occupancy, which gives a higher GDV or end valuation, and also higher rent.
Excellent job. And it does look like a perfect property for HMO. And with regards to like following the process, convenience wise, what's the location like?
This is a really good location actually. There's a medical centre just down the road, so potentially there's going to be people that work at the hospital that could be staying here. There's also a couple of train stations very close, and it's I think 3 stops from here into Liverpool Central, so people can be working in the city but living out here. Then you've got the Wirral Waters project and the Liverpool Waters project, so a lot of investment going in around here. So there'll be a lot of builders that are going to be needing places to stay.
Great due diligence.
Yeah, great.
So this is Come Deal With Me, and it is a race to get exchanged and complete. How far away are you?
Right, so I think we're about 3 weeks away from exchanging and completing. When we were saying earlier about challenges, we had a bit of a challenge last week because we're not meant to use any of our own money and getting the proof of funds for the money. We needed to have the money in place, and one of my JV partners didn't quite have all the money. He had it in an account that he's joint venturing with somebody else, but a broker said, well, that money's actually tied up in another deal, so you can't use that as proof of funds. So it's just getting the money here on time.
Wow.
So that's held up a bit, and I take responsibility for that because I should have been chasing up and making sure everything was going smoothly, and I assumed that it was all sorted.
So has that slowed the process down for you?
That's lost about a week. So.
Oh wow, okay, so that's going to be interesting to see, how everyone with different deals start coming together.
Yeah, if someone completes within a week and I'm a week later, then I'm going to be like absolutely gutted, but
good.
There's a learning there.
Yeah.
But what I love, do you know what I love about this process is that all of the finalists are blasting it forward with deals, like brilliant deals. So regardless of win or lose, come deal with me, you're winning in life because you're all gaining valuable assets to help you move forward in what your outcomes were, which was to use it as an income. So it's brilliant. It's not a win-lose for me. It's everybody is still succeeding in some way, but it will be interesting as to who is going to win this process.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to win?
I would recommend people to definitely come because in this weekend it's got me out of my comfort zone. It's made me learn a lot more about myself and what I can apply to my life and my other businesses. I've made incredible contacts in the room and I've raised over 150k in 20 minutes of phone calls. So definitely get yourself along. You're going to meet some great people, going to learn some amazing things, and it'll take you to the next level.
I would definitely recommend people to come because it makes you think about money in a totally different way, and it takes the constraints away that you've lived with your whole life, and I mean my whole life. I've just had these little constraints that just come through normal upbringing and normal life, and now I just feel like the blinkers are off and it's just all there to be done, and there's just so much money sloshing around. You've just got to make it work for you and make it work for your investor, and if you do that, then you're winning, everyone's winning.
Yeah, I think all of what we learned from not only today but yesterday as well, it was absolutely amazing, and it was, whole days here, but I think it was absolutely worth it. Definitely recommend it to come for any kind of this event.
There's more being delivered in the course than probably a lot of other courses that I've been to. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and I feel I've had a really, really enjoyable weekend, and I feel like I've made friends here as well. I'd always been interested in HMOs, but I also want to do development, so I can see a pathway now of how I'm going to go from knowing a little bit about HMOs and having had an HMO to how I'll be able to scale that massively and very quickly.
So it's brilliant. It's not a win-lose for me. It's everybody is still succeeding in some way, but it will be interesting as to who is going to win this process.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to win?
I did until I found out this delay, and now I think it's close. So it's toss of a coin, I think, but I'm going to be chasing everybody every day just to get this over the line.
So are you keeping this as a kitchen?
We're going to keep this as a kitchen. It's all going to be like stripped out and redone. It's not in bad condition as it is.
It isn't that bad.
It isn't, but you're obviously going all out to deliver a high quality standard.
Yeah, one of the things we want to do is provide good quality accommodation. We want sort of luxury kind of bathrooms, luxury finish. Rather than sort of cheap end. We want to kind of cater for the kind of higher end of the market.
Awesome.
Good.
Getting higher rents, higher income.
So is this the only communal space? You got a communal kitchen?
Okay.
And the rest of it is going to be like dining. It's going to be dining. Where's the dining?
So you've got 3 of the rooms are going to have kitchenettes, so therefore they aren't part of this communal space because of that.
Exactly, yeah.
So the rooms with the kitchenettes, based on like a HMO license, which you'll need for this, they won't be included in the communal space because they've got their own cooking facilities and amenities. So that removes them from that. So then obviously it'll be whatever's in those 3 rooms. So then the 4 that are left, it'll be for those occupants, this space.
Yeah.
So that's good. What kind of finish are you going to go for in here?
As in colour and stuff?
Yeah, colours. Have you thought about that yet?
So where I've been doing the work with Tom, and he's taken me around a lot of his properties, he tends to do them all pretty much the same finish, the same colour, because then you don't need to have so many spare pots of paint. So it's kind of like a light greyish colour that he's done in his other properties. And I think it looks quite good, so we're probably going to be going with that as well.
Awesome, I like that. That's a good finish. I like that. I do that myself. A bit of grey and white doesn't hurt anybody, does it?
Yeah, you want to keep like
gender neutral, easy
non-offensive.
Yeah, I love it. I'm really not offended by what this is though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite.
It's not too bad, but there's just something about it. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, it's a bit clinical, but it is a very good condition kitchen technically.
I mean, clinical might be good because near like a
yes, exactly. So you are already catering for the demand. Okay, awesome. So kitchen in here. Okay, I'm excited.
No, but I think it's a good job that you want to replace it, because obviously there's going to be a lot of traffic and there's going to be a lot of things going on. So, so already doors are starting to drop. I'm not sure the quality of this stuff here.
Up to 10 people. So just something obviously we were learning is the license, the HMO officers generally for up to 10 like to have separate hob stations. So where this is like a larger unit, you'll have 2 of these separate.
Yeah.
So you'll have 2 extractors and then 2 hob stations and then the ovens.
Would you have them like next door to each other like that, or would you have one this side and one that side?
You could do either. But as long as they're separate, they like them to have separate spaces.
So do your due diligence on that, because why have extractor fan on both sides? It's going to be a lot more work.
Exactly, yeah.
A lot more, you think, it's just there, but it's a lot more work. I mean, that is an outside wall.
You could put the ovens under, but again, like doing a 1-2 and then having some storage space down here, it just seems better.
People are cooking, there's not multiple people cooking at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering whether one there or one there.
But it also might be better to have it this side, because this is an outside wall.
Yeah.
So it might be easier, depends obviously what's going on there.
Ensuite here, and the bed will be over here, and then TV probably up on the wall over there.
And it's sorted up on the plans? Architect has already planned?
Yeah, I've got the architect drawings.
Okay, good.
I know Trish is just going to come up with all these different ideas, different to what I'm thinking, but...
Yeah, so obviously taking the fireplace out, so do, 50 pence piece en suite here. And then you've got a really nice big bed space with your 2 bedsides, and then I'd put like a chaise lounge or a seating area just there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, awesome.
I mean, it's your property.
Yeah, I mean...
it's good.
You guys are the experts, so whatever I can get from you guys.
It's a great space room. Bedsides are important because it's more storage when that's their only space. So like the bedsides, obviously, we give a 3 chest either side for the bedsides, then a 5 chest of drawers, under bed storage either by the drawers or if the beds are lifting up, and then either you can have the seating that you can lift up so there's more storage, or just put we either put like chaise lounges or just a seating area, or if they're professionals they might ask for a desk in here as well. That's a great area for that too.
See all the details, stuff like that, I haven't really thought about that.
It's good. Hold on, the main thing is just the layout. Because when people are coming around, they're viewing the layout of it, which you don't think they're paying attention, but it's like, does it feel like it's space or not? Because we've had some small rooms, like they're smaller rooms than some of the bigger ones that we have, but based on the strategic layout, it kind of feels like space. Yeah, because that's what this is a place you're living. It's about how does it feel. People don't remember what you're telling them or any stats or anything like that, but they remember how they felt when they came to view it. And if they feel that it's right because, wow, I can see myself. Just think, because I know it's a rental and it's a room and it's a different type of accommodation to like a family home, but like you move into your house because of when you were viewing it, the way it makes you feel.
Yeah. The plan is to have the ensuite, that one.
Yeah, this is a good room. So you're thinking ensuite there.
So what's going on with those doors? Are they going to be the same?
That's a good question.
I mean, it's beautiful, but if people, if this is someone's kitchenette, and people are having some kind of.
I wouldn't imagine they're going to keep that if you put in a kitchenette there, and also you're going to have your entrance here too, aren't you? So this is going to be bricked up probably.
I was thinking of bricking it up and obviously having a window they can get out.
Because then you've just got more wall space to utilise for obviously the layout.
But it's nice and bright, but it just depends if you're in the garden, then you can't really.
So what my question is, because this is. They're similar sizes, so how come you're putting a kitchenette in here and not in there as well? Is it just a cost thing, or it's not worth it, or?
It was a recommendation from an architect.
Okay.
So
I'm just thinking because it's similar size and it gets you more rent.
Yeah.
Because then if you put in the ensuite here, and again you could do your wardrobe off the back of the ensuite. You could do your kitchenette here.
Yeah.
And then your TV unit, and then again your bed, bedsides. Just
something to think about, definitely. Because
just because it creates more money, it's the income and the valuation at the end.
But it's adding the value. For it, more high valuation.
The voids are less because they've got their own amenities, so they stay longer. Then it's like a studio flat. It's it's good.
Okay, we knocked through and there'll be a door through there.
Did you say there's a cellar?
No, there isn't. There's just a cupboard there.
And it's good because you've got the gas meter in there already, so I put all your control panel for your electrics and everything in there, because then it's just tidy.
Cool.
I like this.
It's really nice, isn't it?
I really like that. Are you going to keep as much as you can?
There's going to be a hole in this wall to make the ensuite the other side.
Oh yeah, so it will just like chip out of the wall as opposed to like moving it. It just kind of will be built into there.
Don't tell me they're the lights. Are they the lights? Is that the light?
You've got to keep these lights. You've got to keep these lights.
This is bigger than our lounge in our first house.
Yeah.
We lived in. It's pretty good because you've got this cupboard here as well.
So you've got your ensuite is going to be more. Is it going to be 50 pence a piece or like a rectangle?
It was going to be a rectangle, so.
So rectangle space there.
Yeah.
For the ensuite, so then that'll be your entry to your ensuite. To your entry here. This is the window. So I would put bed along here with one bedside unit, and then chest of drawers here with your TV, and then I would build your wardrobe into the side here.
Yeah. Okay.
Or wardrobe there. But yeah, you just want to analyse it, like where are they going to be for their TV, because genuinely want it to be like that. And if in an awkward size room, then you can put it on the wall and just spin it.
Cool. So
this could be a bedroom. In some of the houses we bought, they're like, don't tell the council. This is what is a room.
It's funny you actually say that, because there's a little bit of room here.
That's interesting.
It's got a single bed in it, and on the Rightmove, on the floor plan on Rightmove, that's actually called a bedroom.
What is this?
Yeah, I know. So this wall's coming down.
It's the door. What is this?
Yeah.
It's literally the doorway.
Yeah.
I wonder if every house in the row that's.
No, but maybe they did this at some point to create that extra bedroom that they required.
Maybe.
But they built the alcove.
Yeah, but it's old.
So hang on,
this is
my question about this. So you're putting an ensuite in. What's happening with the rest of the space? Are you using it for this room?
So part of it for that one, part of it for that one.
Okay, great.
And then this wall's going to come down, and then there's going to be a kitchenette here for this one, and then the other half of that will be the kitchenette for this room.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So
wow, this is a great size room
too. So you walk over here, you go through here, then the kitchenette there.
So potentially 2 studios downstairs, and then you've got 1, 2 up here, so that's 4.
Yeah, so originally I thought it was going to be 4 studios and 3 double en suites, and then when the architect came back, he was saying it'd be more like to be a 3 studio and 4 en suites.
We can have a look at the plans.
Yeah.
But these are things that you can just add anyway, as long as it's more about the planning for the sui generis, for the amount of occupants that you're having.
Yeah.
Because the kitchenette thing is just about your building regulations.
This is the last room here.
Really good size room.
Yeah, decent size. They're all really big, aren't they?
Let's get the hairdryer on so some heat.
So yeah, sometimes when it's in properties like this, I would just advise probably makes this overlook to get opaque glass.
Yeah.
Just because then the tenants don't have to always have the blinds down. They can just have the blind open and feel they've got their privacy, but it's still bright in the room.
That's not something I thought about, because I always thought you just have opaque for bathrooms, so I didn't think about.
Yeah, so anything that's on the front downstairs, we put opaque glass on, because obviously they'll be walking out their ensuite and someone will be walking their dog and they're like, oh, I'm stalkers, like doing the helicopter or something. And
What's that?
What's the helicopter trick?
The helicopter.
What is that?
Is a game.
What game is that?
When I first saw it on Rightmove, I thought it was a semi-detached house. You've got the door here and the house here, and you've got
Yeah, it does look
on
like
the
that.
side.
It
But
does.
it's actually all one house and the door's in the middle.
Awesome.
So what were you thinking about the layout in this room?
Yeah, so because we wanted to keep the bathrooms next to each other for the drainage,
For the back
I was
one
expecting that would be going in there.
Yeah.
So you've got the one on the other side there, and then the downstairs ones all just next to each other. And then I was probably thinking the bed here and the TV there. But I think you've got an opinion and you're about to tell me.
I would put the bed here.
Bed this side, yeah.
I'd put a rectangular ensuite here, and then they'll build into it this end your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Because then they build it in, so then open to the wardrobe there. That's your ensuite, and then your bed here,
Yeah.
and then TV.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm buzzing about the property, I'm buzzing about the process. You know, like a few months ago, I didn't really know what I was doing. I've just been learning along the way. Now I'm buying an awesome property. What Trisha's been saying about maybe getting a fourth kitchenette in and making it 4 studios, I'm going to speak to the architect, go back to him about that and see what he thinks about that.
Yeah.
And with them, how much was this on for?
So it was on the market for 199k.
And what are we looking at for end valuation based on what you're going to do?
So when it's done up, it's going to be between 380 and 400k.
Wow, brilliant. Well done. Very good deal.
Good stuff.
So this is all money out at the end?
Yeah, what's the projected cash flow?
It's going to be about 2,500 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a good deal.
Look forward to seeing how it goes. It's getting close.
It's getting close. Let's see if you do it, Steve.
Please join us in the next episode.